So I keep hearing this question pretty regularly these days, that is now the right time to buy real estate or a condo in Toronto, especially with so much going on, whether it's trade tensions with the US, job market is not looking the best, overall economy is a bit shaky, and as well as prices continuing to drop. I think that's a valid question. In today's video, we're going to deep dive who should and who should not buy real estate or a condo in today's time. And in the second segment of this video, I'm going to give you a quick market update showing you what exactly is happening in Toronto's real estate market. So stick around for that. And if you get any value out of this content, please hit the like button, and also please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps a small channel like this to grow. Now let's talk about it. So I came across this article from Stories and I thought it'd be interesting to go through it. So let's get right into this one. So it says it's now the time to buy a Toronto condo. For some, it should be. So it says recently released data from Toronto Regional Real Estate Board reveals that July saw GTS condo prices hit 4-year low, with average condos selling for $651,000. This marks the weakest sale price since February of 2021. I think over here they meant to say February, March of 2022, but because if we see the data from February of 2021 to August of 2025, the prices have more or less remained flat. Like the prices have come down to 2021 level. So okay, to be fair, I'm taking benchmark prices and they are taking average prices. So I typically tend to take benchmark prices because they're more reliable, because average prices tend to get a bit skewed due to outliers. So that's why I find benchmark prices more reliable. But if you see the price reduction from the peak of February, March of 2022 to up till now, they have the prices for condos in whole of GTA have come down about by 21% or 22% approximately. And if I do the same analysis in downtown Toronto for condos, that is CO1, that is central CO1, the prices have come down about by 31% approximately. And one of the prime reason for that is because new condo supply has increased drastically in downtown Toronto, because that's where we find cluster of condos, and that is why we've seen a pretty drastic downward pressure for condos in downtown Toronto. Let's go back to the article. So here it says many of Toronto's shiny condo buildings were sold during the boom year of pandemic. That is during the timeline between 2020 and 2022, where interest rates were incredibly low. We are seeing record high level of end completion and under construction inventory from this time period working on its way through supply pipeline coming online all at once. This is by lead economist from CMHC. So that I agree. So here on the chart, you can see condo completions data for whole of GTA area. And here in the year of 2025, you can see highest level of condos being built and being delivered to the market. And that is why one of the reasons we're seeing a downward pressure onto the condos, because demand is not that much and the supply is extremely high. And by 2026, 2027, and 2028, we are going to see less high level of supply in the market. So let's go back to the article again. So here it says, due to lack of shovels in the ground today, the supply will eventually level out. I agree with this too, because right now builders are not building. So this supply what we are enjoying right now is because during the time period of 2019 to 2022, builders were building. They were building aggressively, and that's why we're seeing the results for as of now. And right now, as of today, the builders are not building due to many factors which come into play. First is less demand. Second is construction cost has gone up, and as well as the economic factors are not favoring the developers, so they're not building. Further, it says for those planning to live in the condo for the long haul, not just invest in one, today's market could offer rare affordability and negotiating power. I again agree with this. In today's time, we are in buyer's market, especially for condos, where buyers have the upper hand. They can throw in lowball offers and get that deal what they're looking for. And I'm going to emphasize on the long haul, where if you see on the chart again, today we have the highest level of supply, and by 2028, chances are most likely there's going to be a problem of supply again, because builders are not building, as I said. And then beyond that, it is likely that condo market is going to make a comeback then. Also depends upon how the economy also plays out. It depends upon that as well. But it is very likely the condo market is going to make a shift from 2028 onwards. So if you're someone who's planning to buy, I would buy with the long-term mindset. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So now let's talk about now in today's market, who should buy and who shouldn't. So first, I think this has to be strong why if you want to buy a condo or a real estate in Toronto in today's time. If you think renting is paying like someone else's mortgage or paying your landlord's mortgage, I disagree with that narrative, because at times renting could be a better option, but it depends from situation to situation. Renting comes with less responsibilities. You don't have to take care of the mortgage. You don't have to take care of the property taxes and whatnot. So it's basically overall, you've got less responsibilities in renting. But if you're someone who's looking for a stability and want to build equity over the long run and looking for a place to truly call home, then it makes sense to buy real estate, in my opinion. Further, you see real estate as a long-term way to build wealth, then it makes sense. Otherwise, if you're looking to flip a condo or a real estate in a year or two, it does not make sense, especially in today's market. Okay. Secondly, you're someone who has a stable job. Your job is not tied down to a US economy or US market, then it makes sense for you to enter the market, because buying comes with responsibilities. So you have to pay that monthly mortgage. So you're tied down to that. So you have to take care of that. Okay. And third, you are financially stable. You have that down payment collected, ideally 20% or more, because if you pay less than that or you put down less than that, your monthly carrying cost is going to be high, and we don't want to be house payer poor on monthly basis. So in a nutshell, if you're someone who's looking to buy and hold real estate over the long term in today's time, you will be fine, in my opinion, especially for condos, because condos, we're getting a lot of discounts out there. And also one more thing, provided you buy real estate at the right price, that's also very, very important, because in real estate, you make money at the time of buying as opposed to at the time of selling, in my opinion. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a quick market update that what's happening in the market. So this is the chart showing the average prices of all property types, that is detached, semi-detached, townhouses, and condos in Greater Toronto Area. And if you do a year-over-year comparison, the prices have come down about by 5 to 6%. Number of sales, they have slightly increased, and active listings, they have also increased by 20%, give or take. And the average prices, if you do a month-over-month comparison, they have more or less remained flat, just by about, they have come down about by 3%. Number of sales have decreased, because in the month of August, that's one of the slowest month in the year, so we don't see much sales in the month of August. And the month of active listings, they have decreased by 8%, because in the month of August, sellers tend to pull out listings and they tend to relist it in the month of September. Okay, so now I'm going to go towards downtown Toronto, and I'm going to focus just for condos, and I'm going to give you an update on that. So for downtown Toronto, the prices have been coming down. If you see year over year, the prices have come down about by 6%. And if you do month over month, again, they have come down about by 1.5 to 2%. So overall, the prices for condos have been coming down. But I want to show you one more stat. Prices have been coming down, but the sales, they have been remained flat. I mean, they have been increasing consistently this year. So, but at the same time, the active listings have also been increasing, but in the month of June, July, and August, active listings have been decreasing. So if the active listings keep on decreasing, and if sales keeps on increasing over the extended period of time, then we will start seeing upward pressure onto the prices. But if the sales don't increase and active listings remain where they are, or if they increase, then we'll see downward pressure onto the condo prices as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what type of condos were sold in the month of August of 2025 in downtown Toronto. So in the month of August, there were approximately 343 condos were sold in CO1 and CO8. Just for your reference, these areas in downtown Toronto are CO1 and CO8. And if I go back to the data, that is in the month of August, the maximum amount of condos were sold were 1 plus 10s. Those were 113 condos were sold in the month of August. And the second highest condos were sold were 2 bedroom. Those were 81. That is 23% of the market share. The third highest were 1 bedroom. Those were 76 condos were sold. And the fourth highest were 3 beds. That is, sorry, not 3 beds, 2 plus 10s. That is 38 condos. And then 3 beds were 18. And studios were just 17 studios were sold in the month of August. So studios are not selling in downtown Toronto as of today. So I've also seen studios which were listed at high 300s, or which were sold at the price point of high 300s or low 400s. So that's pretty interesting to see. So now I'm going to show you the same stat for whole of Toronto area. So let's talk about that. When I say whole of Toronto area, that is whole Toronto. This is the map of whole Toronto area. That is east of Peel region to west of Durham region to south of Steeles Avenue. Okay. So here on the screen, you can see the data of whole Toronto area. That is 416 area. Here, the maximum amount of condos were sold were 2 bedrooms. Like in downtown Toronto, there were 1 plus 10s. In whole of Toronto area combined, the 2 bedrooms are selling the most. That is 263 condos, 2 bedroom condos were sold. And then followed by 1 plus 10s, that those were 232. And then 1 bedrooms were 167. And then followed by 2 plus 10s were just 148, which were sold in the month of August in Toronto. And then studios were just 23, and 4 bedrooms, sorry, I can't see, but you get the idea. Very few 4 bedrooms were sold in the month of August, and 3 bedrooms were just 105. That's 11% of the market share. So overall, 2 bedrooms are selling. If for condos, they are still moving. Actually, the condos which have a split layout, that is proper good, the condos with the 2 bedroom condos with the good layout, they are still moving. And the 1 plus 10s we seeing with the square footage of 600 and above with the parking spot, they are still moving in the city as well. So that's pretty much for today. I hope I was able to give you some value. If I did, then please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.